Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Steve, host of Headkick Audio and commentator for RUF Nation. RUF 44 takes place October 23rd at the Celebrity Theater in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. And one of the highlighted fights, which is the reason why you're watching this interview, Chukud, Deran Martinez, is going to be competing for the Native American heavyweight title. Now, there has been an opponent change. I repeat, there has been an opponent change. So stay tuned to the end of this interview to hear Deran Martinez explain. Thank you.
All right, welcome to Headkick Audio. I got a special guest here for you. I got Deran Martinez, represents the Gila River Indian community. He's going to be competing for the RUF heavyweight Native American title against James Gilchrist, if we're pronouncing it, not sure. But takes place October 23rd, I believe, over at the Celebrity. There you go, Celebrity Theater in very excited. This part is absolutely fucking stacked. Yeah, so I mean, now that we're on it, right? Because there was some politics involved, and all of a sudden, bam, you're on the cards.
Yeah.
What is this roller coaster like, and how are you preparing for your fight?
Yeah, I feel good, man. I was kind of contemplating the call. I seen, they were going one direction initially, and I just got the call like about a week after that. So I'm always training, so it was never really, get ready. Like I like to stay ready, like to, be in the gym a lot. So just getting ready wasn't, it's just kind of fine tuning everything now and just getting, game planning and getting ready. And I've actually been, I have a new nutritionist that's been helping me with like meals for the past almost 2 months. So I'm actually as light as I've ever been, like since I've started fighting in the past 5 years. I cut a lot of weight. So I'm still fighting at heavyweight, but I'm like right at the border, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to, my future plans are going to be to go down. So, I'm just doing this fight. But yeah, I feel good. Probably the best I've ever felt in the past 5 years I've been fighting. Just taking care of my body, taking care of, my diet, getting a lot of sleep, getting, good recovery for sure. And just being in the gym with, some world-class guys, coaches, like it's been, I couldn't ask for a better camp for sure.
Okay, and we're still out of Power, correct?
Yeah, I train out in Power in East Mesa.
Okay, and are the guys pretty amped that they got a title fight in the heavyweight division coming up here?
Yeah, like I said, I barely found out a week ago, so everyone's kind of just finding out too, and also Ryan Bader's fighting the week before me, so being able to watch him prepare for his fight, which is going to be huge, October 16th at the Suns Arena. It's been cool to watch that, and then kind of it's motivating for sure being in the gym with somebody like that at that level, so. Yeah, I mean, it's the energy in the gym's really cool right now, and it's going to be a good time for sure.
Okay, and we've had some dialogue back and forth over the social media, right? And let me go ahead and before I ask the question, let's go over some technical stuff, right?
Yeah.
Number one ranked heavyweight in the state of Arizona.
Yeah.
Right. On a 2-fight win streak. The first fighter to compete, post-pandemic or pre-pandemic, whatever you want to call it, mid-pandemic.
Yeah.
So all of these things, right, like building you up, but at the same time, like, are you ready for a title?
Yeah, I believe so. I think I've earned it. I feel like I've had my losses, I've had my wins, and I've shown improvement over the years, and the dedication, and then also being part of a new gym that requires me to perform at the highest level I can, and being able to come and be in there with some of the guys that are in there and train hard. And again, like changing up my diet, I've cut out so many things that I never dreamed of even cutting out, but I did. And it's like, I don't even know how I did that, but it's just the goals and the ambitions. And when I got to this level, realizing my potential, realizing like, hey, I am on a win streak. I am carrying, a lot of momentum right now. I feel like it just makes sense. I mean, it's the right timing. And yeah, it just makes sense for not only myself, but just the journey that I've been on with the community, and a lot of my sponsors and stuff that have been with me since, my first five years ago, so it makes sense. And I believe it's time for sure.
Okay, and what would it mean to your community, your gym, your family? What would it mean if you brought the title home?
For my family, definitely, like they've seen me, train hard throughout the years. I've missed birthday parties, I've missed get-togethers and stuff, that I wish I could have been at, but they understand the lifestyle. They understand, not to eat certain things around me because they know, it's their support has definitely gone a long way. My siblings, my grandma, my mom, they've definitely helped out a lot in this journey. And then my community, it's really humbling, to see people come out and that I don't even know, that I've never even seen before, but to really take the time and the money, invest the money and stuff in coming to see me perform. Even just simply writing a message, that it shows a lot. And the support is definitely something that I'm grateful for. And I know if I bring that title back, it's not only for myself, it's for them as well, along with my family and my friends too. So, there's a lot. It's not just me. Yeah, I'm going in there to fight, but there's also a lot of people that contribute in some way.
Okay, and then as far as the opponent, we have, a month, give or take a couple days to get prepared for this guy. What have you seen so far that he brings to the table that we need to keep an eye
on? From what I've seen so far is he likes to wrestle. He's explosive in his wrestling, and from what I've seen, he does pretty well. But there's really not much I can kind of find. But from what we've seen, that's his main thing is he wants to wrestle. So.
Okay, and your last time out against Mashanti Mailboy,
yeah,
you showed improved striking.
Yeah.
Like your striking has never looked better. You looked relaxed. You looked very for somebody who was coming off a year plus layoff and the first fight, like I said, mid-pandemic in the state of Arizona, right?
Yeah.
You looked like you were, you were fighting your title fight right there. You know what I mean? You look like everything's together. And are you looking to take that momentum into this next fight?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that version of myself was more of a coming out. I don't. There's a lot of things I wish I could have done in that fight. But again, the complacency. I needed to feel the complacency to understand myself and to understand my style, because I've always had a style, but I think the maturity, like I told you, before that fight, I just feel like I've reached a level of maturity in my fight game. And it's only because of the people that surround me now, my coaches, my training partners. I just can't get that kind of level of experience and maturity that is being passed down to me and things that I see in the gym. And it just makes me work harder. And I feel like with that fight, like I said, I felt good. I felt really good. It was more of just, I want to show more. I know my striking is better than that. I know my wrestling is better than that. I haven't even been able to show my wrestling yet. And I'm at a gym full of wrestlers, so it's like I know there's a lot more that I want to show, and I'm really excited to be able to do it, with this fight coming up.
Well, one thing is for sure, you had that guy, basically on the ropes like the entire fight. The guy really couldn't get away from your striking. He couldn't figure out the distance, and he was a lot bigger than you. So that tells me that the Deran that wants to just go out and bang. He didn't show up that day. Who was there was the technical striker, the guy that was not just jumping in because he had the guy hurt. You were really picking your shots, and it was a really well executed game plan. I thought it showed a lot of maturity. And although, if I had to critique, right, I was commentating. You could have finished the guy. You could have finished the guy if you just turned it over. But at the same time, we got to see that development. We got to see everything that you've been working on,
Yeah.
up until that point. So now it's time to make some noise and bring home a title. I
Yeah,
mean,
and yeah, that was definitely the game plan. Coach Jair, he's our main coach. He told me that just be the smaller fighter, go and fight your fight. Be the smaller fighter. There's nothing you can do but use that to your advantage. And when I got in there, that was the thing. Right when the ref said go, it was like get right to the middle and keep him against the fence. And there was just no way around that. So if he was going to wrestle, we were ready to wrestle. If he was going to strike, I was able to. I felt like my advantage in the striking department in that fight was superior. So I feel like it was like I was waiting for it. I was contemplating, but it didn't happen. So it was like, my coach was right. He was like, just stand in front of him. He's not going to do anything if you just stand in front of him, and then it's your fight. And that's basically what happened. We executed the game plan to the T on that one. So, yeah, it felt good. And that's why, like, just the IQ and the level of maturity is what I'm talking about. Like, being able to take direction from like a world-class coach like Jair and, Coach Lance and Peter, I'm able to kind of reciprocate in a different way than I would 5 years ago. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely more complacent in there, and I'm, excited to show that. And this being the first fight post-pandemic with the crowd back. My last fight, they didn't have a crowd. So, being able to have the community come out and my friends and a lot of people that have been waiting, that's going to be a big deal for me for sure. And that's definitely going to give me, a fire, that I'm excited to come out and show.
well, again, this is a title fight, so I don't know how they're going to go about it. Is it still 3-3s?
If it's the what?
I said, is it still 3-3s?
Yeah, I believe it's still 3-3s. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't think they, expand
No,
or
yeah,
until it gets
it's
pro, right?
3-3s. Yeah.
So that begs the question, right? If you win this title, I mean, it's pro next.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely, being talked about right now. There's other things that we were talking about before this fight came into play, but definitely, there's some cool things on the horizon, and I'm really excited. And that's why I'm training so hard, because I'm being told certain things that for me I've been working years for. So it's like, this is just another bump to get to where I'm gonna go. And when the time's right, people will know what the next step is.
Well, we know that you can throw down. We know you hit hard. We know you got cardio, which, for a heavyweight, that's something that not a lot of them got, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You physically, a lot more fit, right?
Mhm.
So my next question for you
Yeah.
has nothing to do with inside of the fight. It's all about outside the fight, right?
Yeah.
So on October 23rd, when the ref raises your hand and Mike Martin says your winner, Deran Martinez, I want to know how you're celebrating your victory with food. I want to know the victory meal.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I've been thinking about that a lot, actually. Um,
Me too.
yeah, even before this fight, I've been thinking about it, to be honest. That's a tough one. That's definitely it. I think the only thing I can think of is my grandma's Indian tacos. I think that's the biggest thing, is what I'm really waiting for. Because I usually go eat dinner at my grandma's or my mom's. Because I work on the reservation, and not being able to eat what they make has just been like, man, it's been tough. So I definitely miss it for sure. So I think that would be my thing. It's Indian tacos.
I am telling you right now, that is a great answer. And you're sticking within the community, but you still throw in all the flavor. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Oh yeah, I gotta remember where you come from.
100%, 100%. So
Yeah.
now, what does Chukud like to do outside of fighting, outside of training, outside of competition? What do you like to do, man?
What was that?
What do you like to do outside of fighting?
Um, Lately I actually picked up the guitar recently again. I was huge into playing music for years. Just in my later teen, early 20 years, I was we played in bands. We played shows, toured and stuff. So one of my best friends, we just kind of started messing around again, just writing stuff, just, nothing too crazy, but it's been fun. It's just a little escape from, the fighting and all the training and stuff. So definitely soothing for sure. And that and just being out, going home, enjoying family and stuff. Cause, once camp starts or once there's a possible fight coming, it's like back to the gym, we got to train. So yeah, I mean, typical stuff,
Right on. Now, if James was sitting right in front of you, do you have a message for him?
No, I mean, I just feel like I don't really have anything to say, like I really I reached the point where like talking to me is just it's meaningless, and I'm all about showing these days, and I really just want to get in there and show my heart. I want to show my strengths. I want to show the years of experience and the work that I've been giving myself. So, and I've been pushing myself harder for sure than I've ever. And it's all thanks to my coaches, my family, my friends, and most importantly myself, like I've definitely dug deep, the past couple of months. I couldn't be happier.
Okay, so may the best man win.
Yeah.
May the best man win. Okay, I like the approach as well. Well, before I let you go, of course, I'd love to give you as much time as you'd like to thank anybody that you would like that got you to your career up until this point. Sponsors, coaches, training partners. Like, what?
October 23rd, this Saturday at Celebrity Theater in Phoenix. I'll be fighting for the RUF heavyweight title against George Soapy. Yeah, I'm excited for, the new challenge, and I'm just really excited to go out and show what I've been working on. I feel confident in myself physically, mentally, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to, for the wait to be over. I just want to thank all my sponsors. Chance from Sicarius, Sacrifice Over Glory, all the guys at Continental Barbershop, Javi and his family at Susie's Cafe and Lounge, Campfield Designs, always helping with my shirts and promoting me. I appreciate it. Katie's Creations for being a big help in getting my weight down and keeping me in line, keeping me motivated. I really couldn't do any of this without you. Training different, I feel different. She just brought a whole different version out of me that I didn't even know exists. So thank you to Katie's Creations, and I'm excited to be working with you. Also my gyms, Power MMA, Kimura Jiu Jitsu, Coach Jair, Coach Lance, Coach Peter, Coach Bo. Thanks for always taking the time to tweak everything and make me just a better fighter. I'm excited to be a part of that gym, and I'm grateful for every minute. I'm excited to be able to work with everybody there, and I'm just really grateful. So thank you guys, the Gila River Indian community, for being a huge support system, showing me the respect, showing me the love since day one. I'm excited and I'm happy and grateful. Governor Stephen Lewis for always supporting me since day one as well. I appreciate it, and I'm just ready to go out and represent for all the res boys and the res girls in my community and just be a positive role model. Head Kick Audio as well. Always giving me a platform, always promoting me. Really appreciate everything you guys do for me, and it goes a long way. Also, RUF MMA for sticking through and continuing with this fight. We've had a lot of ups and downs trying to get this fight confirmed, and trying to, with the opponent switches and everything, it's been a roller coaster. So thank you guys for allowing me to still be part of the card, and letting me perform for you guys, my family, my friends, and the community. So I appreciate it, and I'm ready to put on a show this Saturday, October 23rd, Celebrity Theater in Phoenix for RUF 44. I'll see you guys there.